Seventh-day Adventists around the world celebrated Global Youth Day on March the 15th, 2025. Here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines was no exception. Our local community services department here at Clare Valley, in collaboration with our youth department, engaged the entire church membership as we joined forces and went into our community to bless some families.
It was a delight to share these care packages with the members of our community and to see the joy they brought to their faces. It was a demonstration of act of kindness as we seek to see a community transformed.
Later in the afternoon, we joined with our sister churches in a march and a rally against crime and violence here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The march started at the Kingston Anglican Car Park, and we journeyed through the streets of Kingston and climaxed with a rally at Heritage Square. Let's end the cycle of crime and violence in our land. Now here are some highlights from our march and rally.
Let's pray. You will be dismissed from here. Stick around, get your water, and we go right into the
voice of the Seventh-day Adventist Church standing against crime and violence, violence against women. We ending it now. I said we ending it now. I said we ending it now. No. I said we ending it now. All right. We're standing against drugs. We're standing against everything that is ill in our societies. We're putting down the guns. We're putting down the machetes. We're putting down the bad words. Make noise now. Everybody, where the drum man? Here we go. No hope in dub. 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 St. Vincent and the world know that the Seventh-day Adventist Church and all our stakeholders, we stand against what is happening in our society, and we believe that Jesus is the way to go, and we can stand on the side of Jesus Christ.
Let my voice be heard. I am a child, precious and pure, created by God. Of that I am sure. No one shall bring me fear or pain, harming children again and again.
Women cry in silence. They scream in the dark, bruised and broken, bearing the mark. Yet the world turns away, pretending somehow. But we will not be silent. We say, yes, hands that should be tender, voices that should be kind. They turn into weapons, cruel and blind. No more excuses. What about your vows? Justice must rise. We say,
I almost said you have to end it now. I almost sing a song I'm not supposed to sing on this album. I almost said, Pastor Smith, them dirty man, leave the people picnic them alone. I almost said that. I almost said, all them dirty people, leave the people picnic them alone. Yeah. And some of them married man them. They have a wife and they can't see young girl pass by on the edge picnic and so on and so on. Yeah, leave, you dirty man. You know it's wrong. Leave the people picnic them alone.
restraining order.
Now that
restraining order better?
Restraining order is better.
Well, me glad. Let me go get this strong man rope.
What kind of craziness you're talking?
What's your understanding of restraining order?
Restraining order means you have to speak or go to the court and get an order to keep the man away from you.
And that's your interpretation?
That is the interpretation.
Well, my interpretation is to get a strong man rope and you tie him up when he asleep, you restrain him, and that is restraining order.
Give me a C. And give me a T. T. And when we end, we gonna say transform. Are you listening to me, somebody? Ladies and gentlemen, if I don't know about you, but our communities need transformation. I don't know where you live and what screen you look at, but our communities and our world needs transformation. It cannot continue like this. As Pastor pointed out, a 9-year-old in Antigua, 7-year-old, 16-year-old. Something has gone wrong with the world. It looks as if there is a new trend. The trend is violence and guns. The trend seems to be taking out a knife, taking out a gun. The trend seems to be cigarette and weed and alcohol. Is it like that in St. Vincent? It seems like when people get problem, they go for a gun. They go for a cutlass. What you call it, cutlass? You call it cutlass here? Some people call it machete. You call it cutlass. Cutlass is the real name, you know that? Everybody else has it wrong. But ladies and gentlemen, people go for cutlasses and guns and bullets. It seems as if there is an auto response when people have trouble. When people have trouble, it seems to be an auto response. Some people run and they go to the pub and the club and they drink. An automatic response to stress. Hold it, that's you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just setting the base here. Are you with me, somebody? We have all week to set things on fire. But we're just setting the base. God has given me a unique message for you this afternoon. I don't want you to leave without it. In fact, I believe that it will be a solution for many today. But let me establish that there's a terrible trend. And as a parent, I don't like it. I have a 12-year-old. What are you doing in St. Vincent? I have a 12-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 2-year-old. Don't ask what's next. Are you with me, somebody? But as a parent, I'm concerned. It is as if the world is suggesting that violence is the way out. Drugs is the way out. We have young people who are trapped in poverty and they start pushing drugs. Is that happening in St. Vincent? We have lost young men. Young men are incarcerated because they thought that the drug trade will bring a solution, and now they are in jail. What people were doing, she was following up until that day. What people were doing, there's some people with issues in your home and you are following what people are doing. Some of you have issues in your relationship and your friends come and say, oh, let's take a drink, let's take a smoke. You are following what people are doing. Some of you, somebody trouble you, trouble your son, trouble your daughter, and you want to go and pick up a gun, you want to pick up an AK. You're following what people are doing. That is the trend of the world. Are you listening to me, somebody? This woman, she was following the trends of the world and she had no solution until that day. There are many people listening to me right now. You have an AK-47, but you still have issues. You have rum, but you still have issues. You have weed and cigarette, but you still have issues. You're following the trend of the world. Are you listening to me today? Faith. Now, mommy, I want you to understand how this really touched me. Listen to me carefully. He said, woman, your faith made you whole. Listen to this, mommy. I want you to follow it. This woman had issues. And Jesus said to her, your faith made you whole. This is the point, mommy, that touched my heart that God gave me to give you and the others. This woman had issues, but she didn't lose her faith. She had issues, but she had faith. She had bleeding, but she had faith. She had troubles, but she had faith. She wouldn't go for a gun, because she had faith. She wouldn't commit suicide, because she had faith. There is somebody out there that have troubles, but you can still hold your